Hi everybody, Cynthia with Swan Soap and Such here, and today I'm going to be making a baby shower soap in blues. As you can see, my array of blue over here. And so we're going to do a very large mold of this. I'm going to do it in layers. They're going to be uneven layers, and we'll get in the frame here. This is layer number 1, which is going to be this very loved and well used royal blue mica I have here, which is very nice and dark. I have some olive oil and the mica mixed here and here, and I have my fragrance and kaolin clay in here. This is Oatmeal Milk and Honey by Brambleberry, which is Racha. So it does discolor, so I'm going to put it in the darker blues. I'm going to do 4 layers of blue. So I have all my hard oils and soft oils all incorporated in my bowl here, and so we're going to get my lye solution, which is here, distilled water, and I'm soaking at 28% of the oil weight in the lye, plus I have sodium lactate in my water. So I'll get my stick blender ready here. There we go. I'm going to pour my lye down here on my spatula. I had my lye prepared yesterday, and I prepared all 4 of these layers, and then of course I have lids for my lye. Okay, we'll give it a stir. Okay. We'll get this blend to emulsion, and then we'll put our color and scent in here. I'm going to make sure I'm on the lower end of the power here. And each batch I'm going to have is 1 color, so that simplifies things, and we have emulsion there. So I'm going to take this stick blender apart, put that in there. I have my royal blue ready, so I'm going to put that all in here. I love layered soaps, and you can do them separate layers like this, each 1 color. It's very nice. I want to get all of that color off of my spatula. Get it all in there, because we're going to put that color and the fragrance in this batch. I got almost all of it out. And I'm going to give this a little mix. I'm going to put it in at the same time, so we're blending everything all at once. You want the kaolin clay in there to come out. Scrape this all out. Sorry about if I'm in your way to see. I don't want to leave it in the container here. Scrape it all out. That should do it. We'll give it a little stir, see what our color looks like. See if we need some more. We might need no more. I want this to be dark. Okay, I'm going to give this some more, because I don't think this is going to be what I want. It's too light. So I'm going to just plop the rest of this in here, because there's not much left. I want this really dark. Plop. I'm still under the usage rate, so That's good. And we'll get my stick blender over that and go down at an angle. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be much better color. Don't you agree? Much better. We are going to have to blend this, but I want it a little bit thick because we do want this to set up. We want each of our layers to set up very nicely. And then we're going to texture them, and then we're going to add a little glitter in between the layers, which should be quite nice. So here we go. And we're at a very light trace. Very light. But that should be fine. I think I'll go ahead and put this in the mold, because we can. So, I can move my mold into the action here. And move my bowl out of the action. There we go. We got the nice big mold. Nice mold here. Now we've got this over here. And we'll give this a little bit of a stir. Can you see me? Just a little. Okay. Oh yes, nice and creamy. This is nice. Okay, so we're going to pour this, and then it'll set it up, and we'll texture it. There we go. Very nice. Nice and nice. Okay, scrape out my bowl here. I think we have a good blue going in this. Hopefully it'll morph back to a nice, real, brilliant blue. Let's see if we can't get the rest of this. There, that last little bit. Okay, so if we give this a little zhuzh, get those bubbles out. See some bubbles. We want to get out. Pop those. That's good. Okay, we'll let that set up, and we'll be back. Okay guys, sorry, I forgot to turn you back on. We put some glitter and textured this up, and now I'm just finishing up putting the rest of my soft oils in my batch here. So I have olive oil at 19 ounces and castor oil I have at 2.2 ounces only. .3, that'll work. Alright. Now, turn this off. We'll put our scale away. Thank you, scale. So put a little scale, and we'll mix this up. I know you can't see so good. Let me see if I can turn you just a little bit here. There we go. See this? My next color that the next blue is going to be Caribbean blue. That's from Nurture Soap. I mixed it with a little olive oil in here. And this particular line pour, if you will, is not going to have any fragrance in it. Get the rest of this out. My big spatula, there we go. Got it. Okay, I'll give it a little stir. Get it off my gloves here. Got blue all over me. I'm making a mess. Ooh, isn't that lovely? Okay, then we'll get our lye mixture. I love doing it this way. It makes the oils look so scrumptious, doesn't it? Just the line. Kind of a fun way to do it. Okay, now my lye with sodium lactate and distilled water. And it's again at 28% of the oils. Okay, put the lid back on that. Get my stick blender out. And we'll stir this up a little bit. Doesn't that look wonderful? It's going to make a nice next layer for our baby shower soap. Okay. And the reason I'm not putting the scent in all of the layers is because of the discoloration, and this blue is just too beautiful. It's just really beautiful. Now we do want it to be a little bit on the loose side to get it into our mold, but we don't want it to be just emulsified. We want to bring it to a light trace, so which shouldn't take very long. We're at a very, very, yes, extremely light trace right now. So what's my temperature? We're 79 degrees Fahrenheit in my batter today. Isn't that a beautiful blue? So I think we just need to mix it just a little bit more. Hopefully I'm right. Okay. Still very light trace, but still a trace. So I think we're going to go ahead. It's true, this doesn't have any of the scent in it, but I think we're going to be okay. Let me get my handy dandy spatula over here. It has such a nice shape. Has a nice shape for pouring this. And we're going to just go ahead and pour it. Let me see, pull this back into where you can see it. Okay, we're going to pour it in, starting right there. Let's see how we do. I think we're runny enough. Looks great. Perfect. Just go over here a little bit, over here a little bit. And I think we're good. Okay, and then we're going to let this level layer set up. And once we set that up, we'll do the texturing again. And we'll go to the next layer. And that'll be delightful. Now I have not been using my rubbing alcohol to spray these because I only have 70%. I don't have 91%. And so if I were to spray these layers, I believe that it would be too much water. So we'll let that set up. And hi guys, we're going to texture this. It's set up a lot faster and more than I thought, but we'll just give it a little texture. We'll put our glitter in it. And we'll go to the next layer. This is setting up nice. I'm so happy. This didn't stay loose. Really set up nice. Okay, that's about all I want to do. Okay, now I do want to put some glitter on the inside. It's just going to poof everywhere. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see. We want to get this everywhere. I'm going to tap my hand so it taps in nicely. Really want to get all those nooks and crannies in there. All the way around. Every bar. I think we got it. I know you can't really see the whole thing. I'm kind of cramped for space here. Sorry, y'all. But we're covering the whole thing. Hopefully you'll be able to see it when we cut the bars. Okay, I'm going to go and take my oils I have here in my bucket and go melt these down and get them ready for this next layer. And I'll be right back. Hi guys, we're back. I have my oils already here, and I have this beautiful, this is the next blue to go in. We've got it as a nice thick paste with some olive oil. And this blue is, of course, Blue Vibrance. So, I have all my oils here, and I am going to put all this color just right into my oils again. I love this technique, just putting it one batch, one color. And I still have lots of color in there, so I'm going to try and get that all out. Get it into my oils here, one way or another. Okay, I think that's about all I can get from that. I'll give it a little stir. There's no lye in here, it's just my oils again. I just love the way this looks. This just looks so wonderful. Look at that Blue Vibrance. That's just wonderful. Got Blue Vibrance just about everywhere here. So I'm going to wipe up my edges so I don't turn my face into blue. Just stir this a little bit more. Okay, get our lye water or distilled water here. Again, we're at 28% to our oils of our lye mixture. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. And then we will get our stick blender in there after I stir it a moment. Okay, we'll give it a little stir. What a delightful color that is. Excellent. That looks wonderful. Okay, now I am going to get my fragrance right in here right now. And here's, again, Oatmeal Milk and Honey from Brambleberry. And I have a bit of kaolin clay in here, so I'm just mixing it up. And we're going to put it right in here. Go. Going to get this all out of our container. Ooh, that smells so good. These are really going to be delightful for the shower. People are going to enjoy these very much. This is so nice. The scent is just wonderful. I'm just going to scrape it off here. Let me get the rest of this. Okay, that should be enough. We'll give this a little tightening. We'll again mix it up. We haven't used our stick blender yet, but we're going to be doing that in a minute. See if we can get all this color to incorporate. Okay, now we'll stick blend this a little bit. Losing that luster a little bit. It's delightful. Sorry I don't have see the whole thing, but it's just delightful. Just delightful. It's also at about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so right at room temperature. I believe we have a trace here. Get it all some nice contrasting colors of blue in our nice blue soap with our texture. Very nice texture. Not a lot of texture on that one, but enough. Look at this blue Vibrance. This is just delightful. Okay, get this off. Give it a little stir. Make sure it's all mixed together. And this one smells really good. Okay, let's put this in our mold. We have a good trace, and I don't think we need this at all, but I'll just put this up here so you can see. Pour it. Oop. Don't slip now. Don't slip. Don't do too bad. It is kind of heavy, but I think we're going to be fine. Gotta be able to recover quickly. Okay, get this corner. Okay, get this corner. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Get my other spatula out here. We'll scrape this up. And when it sets up, we'll do our texture. It's so fun. I love this mold. You can manage it in these 4-pound batch sizes. Is really all I can manage with. Cutting it's not too bad. With the right tools, of course. Okay. There we have it. We'll give it a little shaky. And I see one bubble over here. Want to pop? I think we're good. We'll be back in a few minutes. And this is ready to texture. Hi everybody. I just thought we'd texture this, and I'll start over here. It's just almost ready. It's still a little loose, but I'm going to texture this, and then I'm going to get my next and final layer ready to go on. Smells really good. Okay, I think we are textured. There isn't much that isn't textured. Okay, and we can put the glitter on, and then when we come back, I'll put the next and final layer on. But this glitter is, woohoo! I think that's why I'm a little bit coughing, because of this glitter. Oh, I should be wearing a mask. Okay, y'all. Can you see? Yeah, sort of. I want to make sure I get all the edges really good. Just go down and around. Gotta get this out of here and get this in here, even though it's coming through the air. We want complete coverage, people. Very nice. I like this very shimmery, silvery glitter with this particular soap. It looks delightful. I think we've got good coverage on that. I know I've got good coverage in the air. It's all over. Okay guys, we'll be back with the final layer, and then we're going to have some fun embeds. Yay! Hi everybody, we're back for our fourth and final layer on this soap as far as pouring soap goes. And I am going to put my color in before I put my lime mixture in. So we're going to be using Baby Blue Mica from Nurture Soap in this final layer. And then of course we have the embeds, which I'll show you in a minute. So, very thick and luxurious mica mixed with olive oil. Very thick, not so much olive oil, plenty of mica. We wanted good color, so we make sure we got it. So it's kind of a gray blue, so we'll see what we end up getting once we get this into the soap and get it cut. See what we got. Looks pretty interesting right now, but again, that's the fun with the oils. Got some more color up here. Let's try and grab it, get it in the soap. Well, in the oils right now. Okay, that looks pretty nice. I'm really enjoying this. Okay, here's my lime mixture in distilled water with some sodium lactate in it. I'll stir in my cup here. We'll pour it down my spatula. And she goes. I'll put the lid back on this container. Keep everything safe. Blender out, not too high at speed. Let's give this a little mix first. Still looking pretty good, but let's see what we have once we start mixing this. Okay, go get the air bubbles out. There we go. Very nice, baby blue. It's going to be an absolutely marvelous soap. Now this top layer of soap will not have the scent in it because I don't want it morphing in this color. I want this color to stay as true as I can get it. I know it's going a little green right now. From my view, when I look in my camera, it still looks a little blue, but it's a little green. But it should come back. So we'll continue to mix this until we have a light trace. can see how the smoothness of this has no longer the sheen of the micas, because now it's starting to saponify. And we have a light trace, so for the sake of blending into all these crevices, I want to pour this in. Just blend a little bit more. Let's see. I think we should get it in the mold. I like this nice fluid texture to go right into the mold, and we won't have to worry about whether we got any air pockets or not. Let's see, let's move things around gingerly here so you can see. Got my nice little, hopefully I can hold this thing up. It's a little heavy for my one little arm. But we'll just flood it into this corner. And we'll flood it along to that corner. We'll flood over here. We'll turn it. Flood over here. That's it. Perfect. I think we'll have a good pour here. This is delightfully large size mold, which I am very much enjoying. It's just such a pleasure to make soap with this. It's really makes it easy. Let me see if I can turn so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to get the rest of this, whatever baby blue this will turn into. It looks kind of green to me. But hopefully we'll get the baby blue in it once it saponifies after when we go to cut it. But we're going to let this set up. Then we're going to get some uneven layers on the top of this as well. We will not neglect this side. And then we're going to give it a little shaky. There we go. And then we're going to put our embeds on, so stick around because I really spent a lot of time and made these. Really, if you see my Instagram account, you'll see those embeds that I made for this. They're like real raspberries and blueberries. It actually came out quite nice. So, okay guys. We'll be back once this sets up. Hey y'all, we're back. This is our top layer. I'm guessing this is 2.5 inches at this height in this mold, which is what I calculated. And I don't want this top to be necessarily as deep or as, I just want to get it a little uneven. And then I have embeds I want to put on, so we'll just do a little zhuzhing around so it's all swirly. Okay, that should do it. Now, this is a part that I'm kind of a little anxious about, I must say, because I'm not sure exactly how to put all these, but I made all these embeds. Look at this, check this out. Raspberries and blueberries, melt and pour. Some of them are frosting a little bit, but no problem. So, I don't know, they're kind of big, so they're more than 1/2 inch wide. They're going to get cut. Unless I can, let me start over in this corner. I'm just going to put one right in that corner, just like that. My soap's not quite as thick as I wanted it. Am I going to be able to get these right next to each other? Hi everybody, Cynthia here, Swan Soap and Such, and we're back to cut this soap. This is just a tiny sliver of a loaf, as you can see. This is the end, and I'll show you the sides as it turned out. Let me get this cutter out of the way so I can show you actually. So it turned out pretty cute. Nice uneven layers. You can see, maybe you can see some of that glitter in the layers. I really like that glitter. Anyway, see this discoloration of this blue. I think it's gonna hopefully turn one color, but that's what we have. That's what it did. I did only put my fragrance in this bottom portion and in this, the two darker portions, because it will discolor a little bit, which shouldn't matter with these two. But I didn't put it in these two lighter portions. So this second layer and the fourth layer, but that's interesting that that happened. Okay, so I have been cutting these baby shower soaps, and I've been just very much just eyeballing the cut, so I'm getting the cut right down, so I get one berry on top, and I have my 1/2 inch by my 1/2 inch by my 2.5 inch, so these are cute for this end piece baby shower gifts. You see those little bit of glitter there, and we're having a great time with this. Just a lovely oatmeal milk and honey scent, which is very light and delicate, and turned out great. I'm finding that this soaping in this big mold seems to be a lot easier, plus the fact that I didn't cut these into loaves for 2 days, so I left it covered for 2 days, and then I cut it into loaves, and then I left the loaves for a number of days. So I made this on a Monday, and now it's Saturday, so we're cutting it quite a long ways into its process. So I don't need to wear gloves, but I didn't want to put my fingerprints all over the soap. So it's so cute. See those glittery pieces in there? I like it. I showed the pictures to the lady who bought this soap for her daughter's baby shower, and she really likes it. This is what we talked about, what she wanted. She wanted blue layers and uneven layers, and I added the little blueberry on top or the raspberry on top, because I have this cute little mold, and I made a whole bunch. I'll show you the mold when I'm done. It's very cute. And anyone can get one of these molds. It did take a while to make these, only because the mold only made a few at a time. So I only had one of those molds. So, oh yes, the raspberry on top. So cute. With the glitter. Raspberry. Nice. So, I'll show you that mold. And I think I got it on Amazon, so anybody should be able to get it. And what's really great about this mold is the fact that these fruit pieces on top in the melt and pour, actually the mold was made with real fruit. I mean, it's just stunning, the detail. I mean, even with the glitter, you can see. Anyway, and the silicone that they used was a light pink in color, which doesn't really matter, but it also is very flexible and easy to get these out of the mold. Really pretty easy, especially when it had that inner piece that made that hole in the raspberry. So it made raspberry, blueberries, and blackberries, I believe, in the same mold, and it's really stunning, really nice. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Oops, getting down to the last one. I think we'll leave this hunky one. How do you like that? A little hole in it, but overall we didn't get many holes. So, thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Have a great day. See you next time.